Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night to find a warm, furry weight pressed against your side, or perhaps a wet nose tucked right under your chin? Maybe you have a dog that insists on taking up 80% of the mattress, leaving you clinging to the very edge just to avoid falling off. Most of us laugh it off as our dogs being needy, or simply wanting the softest spot in the house. But the truth is actually much deeper than that. When your dog chooses to sleep in your bed, they aren't just looking for a comfortable pillow. They are actually communicating with you in a language that predates human speech. They are telling you things about your bond, their health, and even how they perceive your role in their life. Tonight, or the next time you feel those paws shuffling under the covers, you might want to pay closer attention, because your dog is sending you a message that could change the way you look at your relationship forever. To understand why your dog does this, we have to travel back thousands of years. Before there were memory foam mattresses and climate-controlled bedrooms, dogs lived in the wild. In that environment, sleep was the most vulnerable time for any animal. To survive the night, wild dogs and their wolf ancestors slept in tight-knit packs. This served a dual purpose. First, it provided physical warmth. Huddling together allowed them to conserve body heat during freezing temperatures. Second, and more importantly, it provided security. By sleeping in a circle with their backs to one another, the pack could monitor every direction for potential threats. If one dog sensed danger, the entire group was instantly alerted. When your dog hops into your bed today, that ancient instinct is firing on all cylinders. In their mind, you are part of the pack. By sleeping next to you, they are saying that they trust you to watch their back, and just as importantly, they are promising to watch yours. They aren't just looking for a cuddle, they are performing a sacred ritual of communal protection. But there is even more to it than just safety. There is a biological component that makes sleeping together incredibly rewarding for both species. Have you ever noticed how your stress levels seem to melt away when you pet your dog? That is because of a hormone called oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone or the cuddle chemical. When you and your dog interact closely, especially during rest, both of your brains release this hormone. It lowers your heart rate, reduces blood pressure, and creates an intense feeling of peace and belonging. For your dog, this is their version of pure bliss. When they press their body against yours while they sleep, they are self-medicating with happiness. They are using your presence to regulate their own emotions and recover from the stresses of the day. The specific way your dog positions themselves on the bed also tells a story. Have you ever wondered why some dogs sleep at the foot of the bed while others insist on being right up against your chest? If your dog sleeps at your feet, many people assume it is because the dog knows they are lower in the social hierarchy. While that can be part of it, it is often more about being a guardian. By sleeping at the foot of the bed, your dog is positioning themselves at the entrance to the sleeping area. They are placing themselves between you and the door. It is a classic lookout position. They are telling you that they are on duty. They want to be the first line of defense if anything comes through that door. On the other hand, if your dog insists on sleeping under the covers or curled up in the crook of your arm, they are looking for total intimacy. This is common with dogs that have a very high level of attachment. They want to feel your heartbeat and your breath. For them, being near you isn't enough. They want to be an extension of you. Then there are the sprawlers. You know the ones. They start small, but as soon as they fall asleep, they somehow expand to triple their original size. They push their legs out, stretching their paws against your back until you are practically falling off the bed. While it can be annoying, this is actually a sign of extreme comfort and confidence. A dog that sleeps belly up or fully stretched out in your bed feels completely safe in their environment. They don't feel the need to protect their vital organs or stay in a curled position for warmth. They trust you so much that they have let their guard down entirely. They are telling you that your bedroom is the safest place in the world for them. Let's talk about the big question that every dog owner faces at some point. Is it actually okay to let them sleep there? For years, traditional trainers told us that letting a dog on the bed would lead to dominance issues or behavioral problems. They claimed that if a dog felt they were on the same level as you, they would stop respecting your authority. However, modern animal behavioral science has largely debunked this. Unless your dog is showing signs of resource guarding, like growling when you try to move them or refusing to get off when asked, there is no evidence that sleeping together causes dominance issues. In fact, for most dogs, it strengthens the bond and makes them more responsive to their owners. It builds a foundation of mutual trust that carries over into daytime training and outdoor activities. However, there is a catch. Sometimes, a dog's desire to sleep with you isn't just about love. It can be a sign of separation anxiety. If your dog cannot settle down unless they are touching you, or if they become extremely distressed if they are shut out of the bedroom, it might be time to look at their overall confidence levels. A healthy bond means the dog wants to be with you, but a compulsive need to be touching you at all times can indicate that they are feeling insecure. If you notice your dog panting, pacing, or whining if they aren't on the bed, they might be dealing with an underlying fear that needs to be addressed through training. They aren't just saying "I love you," they are saying "I am scared without you." Recognizing the difference is key to being a good dog parent. Another fascinating aspect of your dog's sleep behavior is what they do while they are actually dreaming. We have all seen it. The little muffled barks, the twitching paws as if they are running through a field, and the occasional wag of the tail while their eyes are closed. When your dog does this while pressed against you, they are including you in their dream state. Research suggests that dogs dream about their daily activities, and since you are the center of their world, they are likely dreaming about playing with you or going on walks. When they twitch against your leg, they are experiencing their favorite moments all over again, and they feel safe enough to enter that deep REM cycle because they know you are right there. Giving them that sense of peace is one of the greatest gifts you can offer. We also have to consider the physical health benefits for the humans. While some people worry about germs or allergies, studies have shown that for many people, sleeping with a dog actually improves sleep quality. The rhythmic sound of a dog's breathing can act as a natural white noise machine. For people who live alone or struggle with anxiety at night, the presence of a loyal companion can drastically reduce the time it takes to fall asleep. It provides a sense of physical security that no alarm system can replicate. There is something uniquely comforting about knowing that a highly sensitive pair of ears is monitoring the house while you rest. It allows your brain to truly shut down, knowing you have a partner on watch. Of course, there are practical considerations. If you have a Great Dane and a twin-sized bed, someone is going to end up with a backache. If your dog is a heavy shedder or loves to jump in mud right before bedtime, your sheets are going to suffer. But for those who make it work, the emotional payoff is massive. If you find that your dog is constantly trying to nudge their way into your space, they are trying to tell you that you are their person. They are choosing you over everyone and everything else. In a world that is often chaotic and stressful, have you ever noticed your dog sighing deeply right as they get settled into the blankets? That long, heavy exhale is the sound of a dog letting go of all their tension. It is the ultimate sign of contentment. When they do that while resting their head on your leg, they are literally exhaling their worries away because they have found their safe harbor. You are that harbor. To your dog, you aren't just a provider of food and walks. You are the leader of their pack, their best friend, and their primary source of comfort. By inviting them into your sleeping space, you are validating that role. You are telling them that they belong. And in the dog world, belonging is everything. Some dogs have a very specific routine before they settle down. They might circle 3 or 4 times, or even try to dig into the mattress or the pillows. This is another ancient behavior. In the wild, dogs would circle to trample down tall grass or leaves to create a flat, comfortable surface. It also allowed them to check for snakes or insects that might be hiding in the brush. When they do this on your duvet, they are preparing their nest. If they then flop down with their back against you, it is a sign of ultimate vulnerability. A dog's back is their blind spot. By placing it against you, they are saying they trust you to watch the area they can't see. It is the highest compliment a dog can pay to a human. It is also worth mentioning that dogs are very attuned to our physical health. There are countless stories of dogs who suddenly became very clingy or insisted on sleeping near a specific part of their owner's body, only for the owner to later find out they had an injury or an illness in that exact spot. If your dog's sleeping habits suddenly change, pay attention. If they usually sleep at the foot of the bed but suddenly start insisting on resting their head on your chest every night, they might be picking up on changes in your heart rate or scent that you aren't even aware of yet. They are incredibly sensitive to chemical changes in our bodies. Their presence in your bed might actually be an attempt to comfort you through a physical struggle you haven't noticed. For those of you who have older dogs, this shared sleep time becomes even more precious. As dogs age, they can lose their sight and hearing, which can make the world a very frightening and confusing place. At night, when it is dark and quiet, those anxieties can peak. Sleeping with you provides them with a physical tether to reality. Your scent and your warmth remind them that they aren't alone and that they are still cared for. It can significantly reduce the symptoms of canine cognitive dysfunction, which is similar to dementia in humans. Keeping them close during the night can help them stay oriented and calm, slowing the progression of age-related stress. On the flip side, some people choose not to sleep with their dogs, and that is perfectly okay too. You can still have a wonderful relationship with your dog even if your bedroom is a dog-free zone. What matters is that you understand the motivation behind their behavior. If they sit outside your door or sleep right against the threshold, they are still trying to perform that same guarding duty. They are still trying to be close to their pack. The key is to ensure they have a comfortable designated spot of their own, where they feel just as safe. But if you are someone who allows your dog on the bed, don't let anyone make you feel bad about it. You aren't spoiling them, and you aren't losing control of your household. You are participating in a multi-thousand-year-old tradition of companionship. You are fostering a deep, empathetic connection that transcends language. Every time your dog rests their head on your feet or snores softly against your shoulder, they are reaffirming their loyalty. They are telling you that out of all the places they could be, and all the people they could know, there is nowhere else in the world they would rather be than right there with you. Think about the sheer amount of trust it takes for an animal to close its eyes and drift into a deep sleep next to another species. In the animal kingdom, that is almost unheard of outside of domesticated dogs. It is a testament to the incredible evolution of the human-canine bond. We have moved from being uneasy neighbors in the wilderness to sharing our most private and vulnerable spaces. When your dog looks at you with those heavy, sleepy eyes before drifting off, they aren't just tired, they are at peace, they are home. And to them, home isn't a house or a room. Home is you. If you have ever felt bad about the amount of dog hair on your blankets, or the fact that you have to sleep in a weird, twisted position just to accommodate your pup, just remember what that dog is giving you in return. They are giving you a heart that beats only for you. They are giving you a level of protection that no technology can match. They are giving you a constant reminder that you are loved, valued, and never truly alone. The next time you feel a little paw tap you in the middle of the night, or you wake up to find your dog has occupied your favorite pillow, take a moment to appreciate the message. They are telling you that you are their world. They are telling you that they feel safe in your presence. And most of all, they are telling you that as long as they are with you, everything is going to be all right. So the next time you are getting ready for bed and you see your dog already waiting there, or you hear them padding down the hallway to join you, listen to what they are saying. Their body language, their choice of position, and their rhythmic breathing are all parts of a complex conversation. They are communicating their needs, their fears, and their absolute devotion. By understanding these signals, you can deepen your relationship and provide them with the emotional security they crave. Whether they are a tiny Chihuahua curled up in your neck or a massive Labrador sprawled across your legs, the sentiment is the same. They are part of your pack, and they are incredibly grateful that you are part of theirs. It is also interesting to note how dogs react to our own sleep patterns. If you have a night where you are tossing and turning, you might notice your dog waking up and checking on you. They might lick your hand or simply reposition themselves closer to you. They are incredibly sensitive to our distress. If they sense that you are having a nightmare or that your breathing has become irregular, they will often try to ground you. This is why many service dogs are trained specifically for nightmare interruption or anxiety relief. But even your average house dog does this instinctively. They are natural healers, and their presence in your bed serves as a constant, calming influence that helps regulate your nervous system. We should also talk about the different types of sleepers. You have the burrowers, the dogs that want to be under the blankets. This is often seen in breeds like dachshunds or terriers, who were bred to go into tunnels. For them, being under the covers feels like being in a safe, protected burrow. It is their happy place. Then there are the leaners, the dogs that have to have at least one part of their body touching you at all times. This is a classic reassurance behavior. They are just checking in, making sure you are still there without having to fully wake up. It is like a biological tether. Then there are the dogs that prefer the pillow. If your dog tries to share your pillow, they are trying to get as close to your face and your scent as possible. Your breath and the scent of your head are the most concentrated areas of your personal aroma. By sleeping on your pillow, they are immersing themselves in you. It is a sign of extreme affection and a desire for total closeness. While it might mean you get a face full of fur, it is one of the most intimate things a dog can do. Understanding these behaviors helps us appreciate our dogs as the complex, emotional beings they are. They aren't just motivated by food or the desire for a walk. They have a rich internal life, filled with social needs and a deep desire for connection. Their sleeping habits are perhaps the most honest expression of those needs. In the quiet of the night, without the distractions of toys or treats, their true nature comes out. They are loyal, they are protective, and they are deeply, profoundly attached to us. So embrace the snores. Embrace the occasional kick in the ribs. Embrace the fact that you might have to wash your sheets a little more often than the average person. Because in exchange for those small inconveniences, you are getting something truly extraordinary. You are getting the chance to be the center of a beautiful, and they wouldn't have it any other way. When you look at your dog tonight, as they settle in for the evening, notice the little things. Notice how they choose their spot. Notice how they watch you until you are settled. Notice the way they let out that final, contented breath before they close their eyes. They are telling you an entire story without saying a single word. They are telling you that you are their hero, their protector, and their very best friend. And honestly, there is no better way to end a day than by listening to that message. As you drift off to sleep tonight, feel the weight of your dog against your feet or your side. Let it be a reminder of the bond you share. Let it be a source of comfort and strength. You have a guardian. You have a friend. You have a pack. And in the eyes of your dog, you are the most important being in the universe. That is the message they are sending every single night. It is a message of love, trust, and eternal loyalty. It is a message that we should all be lucky enough to hear. Dogs have an amazing way of making us feel seen and understood, even when we aren't saying anything at all. Their presence in our beds is a constant, physical manifestation of that understanding. It is a bridge between our world and theirs, a space where we can just be together without any expectations. It is a place of pure, unconditional love. Whether your dog is a rescue who finally found safety or a puppy who has only ever known your kindness, the act of sleeping together is a celebration of that journey. It is a way of saying, we made it, we are safe, we are home. Think about the quiet moments in the early morning, when the sun is just starting to peek through the curtains and your dog is still fast asleep. There is a profound stillness in those moments. You can hear the steady rhythm of their heart, a heart that beats for you. You can see the softness in their face, untroubled by the worries of the world. In those moments, the connection is palpable. You don't need a dog whisperer to tell you what they are thinking. You can feel it. You are their world, and they are yours. And if you have a dog that prefers their own bed but still comes over for a quick morning cuddle or follows you to the door at night, know that the sentiment is the same. Every dog has their own personality and their own way of expressing their needs. Some value their personal space more than others, but their loyalty is no less fierce. The fact that they stay close to you in whatever way they feel comfortable is their way of saying they are part of the team. They are the silent partners in our lives, the ones who ask for so little and give so much in return. So the next time someone asks why you let your dog sleep on the bed, you don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to talk about hormones or ancient instincts or guarding behaviors. Although those are all true, you can simply say that it makes you both happy. Because at the end of the day, that is what matters most. We only have our dogs for a relatively short amount of time. Their lives are a brief, bright flicker compared to ours. Every moment we spend building that bond, every night we spend sharing our space, is a moment well spent. It is a way to make their short lives as full and as rich as possible. When you think about it, the fact that dogs want to sleep with us is one of the most beautiful things in nature. It is a choice they make every single day. They could sleep anywhere, but they choose us. They choose the way we smell, the way we move, and the way we provide them with a sense of security. They are the only creatures on earth that love us more than they love themselves. And if they want to express that love by taking up the middle of the bed, then maybe that is a small price to pay for the incredible joy they bring into our lives. So tonight, when you turn off the lights and your dog jumps up to find their spot, give them a little pat or a scratch behind the ears. Let them know you got the message. Let them know that you feel the same way. The bond between a human and a dog is one of the most powerful things in the world, and it is built in those quiet, shared moments of rest. Sleep well, knowing that you aren't just sleeping, you are participating in a beautiful, ancient conversation that says more than words ever could. You are home, and so are they. Your dog's loyalty is a gift that keeps on giving, and their desire to be near you at night is just one of the many ways they show it. By paying attention to these small details, you can gain a deeper understanding of your dog's emotional world. You can learn to provide them with the comfort they need and the leadership they look for. Most of all, you can enjoy the incredible experience of being truly, unconditionally loved by another living being. It is a rare and precious thing, and something to be cherished every single night. The relationship we have with our dogs is unlike any other. It is built on trust, empathy, and a shared history that spans millennia. When your dog sleeps with you, they are honoring that history. They are keeping a promise that was made between our species thousands of years ago. They are saying that we are in this together, through the good times and the bad, through the day and the night. It is a beautiful, silent pact that makes life just a little bit brighter for both of us. So, let them stay. Let them snore. Let them be exactly where they want to be. Because there is no better place for a dog to be than right by your side. When you look at your life as a whole, the years you spend with your dog will likely be some of the most meaningful. The nights you spent together, side by side, will become some of your fondest memories. The feeling of that warm, loyal presence will stay with you long after they are gone. So cherish it now. Listen to what they are trying to tell you. They are saying that they love you. They are saying that they trust you. And they are saying that as long as they are with you, they have everything they need in the world. The next time you are tempted to push them off the bed to make more room for yourself, maybe stop for a second and think about what that moment means to them. To you, it might just be a little bit of extra legroom. But to them, it is a displacement from their pack. It is a moment of disconnection. Of course, we all need our space sometimes. But try to find a balance. Try to make sure they know that they are always welcome in your heart, even if they aren't always in your bed. Because that connection is what keeps them going. It is what makes them the incredible, devoted companions that they are. In conclusion, your dog's sleeping habits are a window into their soul. They are a reflection of their history, their instincts, and their deep emotional attachment to you. By understanding the messages they are sending, you can become a better friend and a better leader for them. You can create a home environment that is truly a sanctuary for both of you. So the next time you feel those four paws climbing up the mattress, remember what a privilege it is. You are the chosen one. You are the protector. You are the pack leader. And you are, quite simply, the light of their life. Enjoy the cuddles. Listen to the silent messages, and have a peaceful night's sleep with your best friend by your side.